You'd rather have getting a little nerdy.
True.
There isn't any shame in being weak. The shame is in staying weak.
Is it me or is it getting a little nerdy?
Yeah! And I will not let you destroy my world!
Yo, what's up? This your boy Rudy Wynslow with another episode of 30 Black and Nerdy.
I am not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger. A guy opens his door and gets shot. You think that of me? No. I am the one who knows he knows.
Is it me or is it getting a little nerdy?
So, my name again is Rudy Hayes. I am a mental health therapist and also a podcast creator. Y'all know what a podcast is? Y'all probably pretty familiar with that stuff now. How about mental health therapy? Y'all pretty familiar with those are, what those do? Yeah, so like I help people navigate their emotions and their feelings. I worked with prisoners. I worked with kids. I worked with adults. I work with married people. I kind of been all the way around the therapy field, but right now I'm in elementary schools now, helping kiddos. So, but today we're gonna be talking about sparking individuality, being you unapologetically, not allowing others to put their biases and whatever they want on you, so you can be the best version of yourself. That sound good, right? So, I wish I had I want to talk to y'all about, before we get to individuality itself, I want to talk to y'all about initiative, taking the initiative. What do y'all think about that? Let's make this more of a dialectical thing. Initiative. What comes to mind when y'all think of taking the initiative?
Taking responsibility.
That could be it. Taking responsibility could be a form of taking the initiative.
Like going at it first.
Yeah.
Going at something like first.
Mm-hmm.
Throwing out an idea.
Throwing out an idea, yeah. Yeah. Responsibility, doing something first, throwing out an idea, and feeling that brief uncomfortability, right? Because anytime we take the initiative, we feel briefly uncomfortable. And we like, I don't know if people gonna receive this the right way. I don't know how this gonna go, but I'm gonna just do it anyway and see what happens. So I want to see somebody here take the initiative. I put some down and I just want to see somebody just take the initiative. That's yours. Everything. So that's what I mean by taking the initiative. It's gonna be a little weird, a little awkward at first, and maybe a little uncomfortable. But when you take the initiative, sometimes you actually even get rewarded. So many times we focus on, what's gonna happen once I do this, but then we forget that just like on the opposite side, what might happen bad, what might happen good, you know. So I wanted to do that exercise because somebody did the exercise for me, and it really opened up my eyes to taking risk. That's exactly what I did with my with my podcast, talking about pretty much. It's called 30 Black and Nerdy, and I talk about mental health and anime. So I'm a real big anime fan. So you name it, I probably seen it, and I'm continuing to watch it. Give me one. Real quick, how old are y'all? 16. 15. There is no risk without reward. That's pretty much what I was just talking about. Can you go to are you gonna stay there or is there a button? Thank you. All right. Group think. Do y'all know how y'all have heard the term group think? What group think? Okay. So group think is based on a common desire not to upset other people that's around you. And a lot of times when we become, I would say, victim of groupthink, we narrow our thought process. We narrow the way we think because we want to be okay with everybody else. I'm gonna give y'all a story. One time, my freshman year in college, I went all right, I'm from here too. I went my freshman year of college. I went to school with some guys. I ran track at Kokia, and then we went to run at a different college. And then we was in the on the team with some guys that was about that life. I ain't gonna lie, they was a little more realer than I ever been when it comes to like streets or whatever. And we was having a conversation, and I noticed how we was just playing a video game, talking about Madden. Just thought this was like Madden 07 or something. And the conversation started to slowly turn into crime. They was like, yeah, man. Oh, they was like, oh, bro, you saw the gun the dude had? Like, yeah, like, you know, they got a gun store and all. I'm like, yeah, bro, we can really break in them. Like, it kept going worse and worse. And like, even other people that was in the conversation, they wasn't like paying attention. I was paying attention. I'm like, why is this conversation getting even worse? The longer it's taking, they getting more courage and confidence to do something so stupid. And I was thinking that to myself, but I noticed little by little, everybody in a group, when these 4 or 5 guys in the group, they start to think like each other. They start to piggyback up. Knowing it's a stupid idea, they just start to piggyback off each other. So that's one of the things about groupthink and not being aware of what groupthink is and what's going on, like why it's happening. At that time, I didn't know what groupthink was. I just noticed that everybody else just started talking about crime. I'm like, well, why? And then started talking about wanting to commit the crime and how they would do it and when they would go. And I'm like, yo, this is not it. So we are all affected by groupthink. Groupthink, it hinders personal perspective. So if you have your own perspective, just because you see a group of people thinking a certain way, you may feel insecure in your perspective and start thinking how they think. Groupthink exposes the human need to feel accepted. That's really what it is. We all want to feel accepted. We all want to feel included. There's nothing wrong with wanting to feel accepted, nothing wrong with wanting to feel included, but we do got to be mindful of when groupthink is happening. And if that is the type of acceptance that we want. Y'all know who that is? I mean, you know this. You know what's up. You know what's up. You feel me? Individuality. Individuality. The particular character or aggregate of qualities that distinguish one person or thing from others, soul and personal nature. Individuality is not going against sound advice. You got to remember this, guys. So if somebody tell you not to drink or drive, you're not being an individual by saying, I'm going to do what I want. You know, you got to have a level of discernment so you will be able to understand what's a good idea and what's a bad idea. So the betterment of your life for the sake of pride. You don't want your individualism to come at the cost of your well-being. It's pretty much what they're saying right there. And that guy is Goku. I don't know if y'all watch. I know my boy do, man. Watch Dragon Ball Z. So on my podcast, I talk a lot about anime and the type of characteristics they have that are helpful to people, in real life. Thank you. So, allowing others' perspectives to affect my perspective. Another story time. I like to tell stories, in case y'all didn't notice. So, when I was at, I want to tell y'all a time where I allowed somebody, that's me. I allowed somebody to take my perspective to take over my perspective with their perspective. Me and my friend, it was in high school. I don't think I was maybe 11th grade, so probably about 17, 16, something like that. And I ran track, played basketball, and the 1, 2, 3 track, football, basketball. And I wanted to try out for the soccer team. So me and my friend, we both went to try out for the soccer team together. And we were just using pure athleticism. We didn't really know the skill set. We just out here, just running faster than everybody and just kicking the ball in the goal. And we accidentally made the team. We accidentally made the team we accidentally made the soccer team. And I was like low key, like excited. I'm like, dang, bro, I ain't never played soccer before. I'm about to try to get better at this. And maybe, maybe something could come out of it. And once I went back to my friend and asked him, yo, bro, we going to soccer practice? We both made the team. He said, bro, you for real? I don't ain't playing no white sports. And I said, oh, ha ha, you crazy. Sure not. And then ever since then, I always think about that time. I'm like, bro, he didn't have to do it, but you made the team too. You could actually stayed on the team and, and probably built something, maybe made a new opportunity or something like that. And it was one of those times where I allowed somebody's perspective to pull insecurity out of me. And I wasn't able to, combat those feelings at that time. So like I just said, I allow someone, go back. I allow someone to dictate my perspective, which is, that's a sucky thing to do, to allow someone or a group to dictate what your parents put into you, your family, the morals and the values and the things that they put into you. I allow somebody to dictate that, and that's not okay to do. I found insecurity in my perspective when others shared their perspective. So it's like he shared his perspective, and then now I find insecurity in my perspective. At first I was good, but now I'm insecure. The more I explored my ideas, the more I realized how heavily influenced they were by others and by media. Everything I was thinking, not everything, but a lot of things I was thinking because the people around me were thinking it. Or because they said like, well, you should do this and you should do that. Why you don't like pork chops? Like, I love pork chops. Like, nah, bro, it's my sodium high, So you have to do what's best for you and understand what's influencing you. And like I said, by others in media. And that leads me to my next point. Who are you without social media? That don't necessarily mean Instagram or TikTok or nothing like that. That also means like the people who that surround you, that don't mean no good. Like, who are you without those influences making you who you are? If you're being honest with yourself, if I'm being honest with myself, there's times where, somebody else can be mad at a situation and then you're really not that mad about it. You're just like, it ain't that big of a deal, but they rah, 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 rah. Now you got to match their energy and now we both rah, 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 rah. And now, and then that leads to another situation and the situation, just a snowball effect. You want to explore your perspectives. Be intentional. Be intentional about what and who you listen to. And don't feel bad about taking social breaks. Meaning it could be social media, it could be a friend group, it can be certain people. Like, just because you don't hang around these people all the time, don't mean y'all not still cool. Sometimes you need breaks from certain type of people because they invite certain type of things that are not conducive to the way you may want to live. Boop. Group activity. Bow. So, I want y'all to see that back table right there. I want y'all to grab one of those envelopes and a piece of paper and a crayon or whatever you want to grab. I got some stickers back there too. Yeah, stay on this slide for me, please. All right, so what I want y'all to do, we're gonna make some goal files. I want you to write down. You ain't gotta share it with nobody. You ain't gotta look at it yourself once you put it down on the paper, but you can look at it later to help you. So I want you to write down the goal files. Goal files are pretty much where you want to be. Where do you want to be in the next 10 years? Do you want to start a podcast? Do you want to maybe have a trucking company or do you want to go to college and get a doctorate? Like, what do you want to do? And write down the steps 1 through 10, fold up that paper, put it in that envelope, and decorate your envelope and put goal files on the front. And When you're ready to start pursuing that goal and that dream, I want you to open that file. It could be today, it could be next week, it could be a year from now. I want you to open up that file and then you start going through your steps. All right, go ahead, knock that out. I'll be back.
I've been wishing on dreams instead of problem. Genie, come through. I need you up out that bottle. Facing highs, ducking lows, on my toes, never on my pivot. I know I'm tripping, the way I'm living is something missing, but I can't get it. I've been wishing on dreams instead of problem. Genie, come through. I need you up out that bottle, Nigga, ain't nothing changed but the range. Nowadays, it's a cope. I need to